All right, in exercise number 4, I've told you that the sum of the first 5 terms of an arithmetic sequence is 70. And the question asks, what's the third term of the sequence? I didn't give you a whole lot of information there, did I? I just told you that there's 5 terms, or the first 5 terms, and it's arithmetic, and that the sum of the first 5 is 70. So, we don't know a whole lot, but let's just go ahead and list out this series as if we knew what it was. So we could list out A1, A2, A3, A4, and A5. Those are our 5 terms. And we know that the sum is 70. So we don't know any of these numbers, but we won't let that stop us. We'll use letters instead of numbers and pretend like we know. Um, so if we were to find the sum of this list of numbers, we can take the first number plus the last number. So A1 plus A5, right? And take that times the number of numbers. We know that. That's 5. And divide it by 2. And we would get 70, right? So we know that. What else do we know? Well, we know that A5 would be equal to A1 plus n minus 1. So that's 5 minus 1 times the common difference, D. Okay? So that looks like we got a lot of letters here. We've got A1, A5, A1, A5, and we have D. But let's see what we can do with that. I'm going to first of all take this equation here for the sum, and I'm going to rearrange it so that I'm going to get rid of these. Let's see. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2, and I'm also going to divide both sides by 5, and that gets rid of this 2 and 5. So I have 5 halves, take it times 2/5, and that makes 1. So I'll get A1 plus A5 over here, and I want to multiply this by 2/5. So I've done the same thing to both sides, so the equality still holds. So I can find that A1 plus A5 is equal to, this ends up being 28. Because 70 divided by 5 is 14, and then times 2 is 28. Okay, so that simplifies it a little bit. And I also know that A5 is equal to this. So I think what I'm going to do is just take this thing right here, and I'm going to replace over here where I see an A5, I'm going to replace it with this, because then, I still have 2 variables, but I have D instead of A5. So let's do that. So we have A1 plus, now instead of A5, I'm going to write A1 plus 4D. Okay, I've just taken 5 minus 1. That's 4. So, and that's, okay, so that is still equal to 28, right? So I can add A1 and A1. I get 2A1 plus 4D is equal to 28. Now I'm seeing a factor of 2 in both of these terms, so I can actually factor out a 2. I'm going to write it over here. So 2 times A1 plus 2D is equal to 28. And then I can divide both sides by 2, or take half of both sides. Oh no, I do that. So multiply by a half, multiply this by a half, and then I get A1 plus 2D is equal to half of 28, which is 14. Aha! Well, we're asked to find the third term of the sequence, right? So what would that look like? A3, I'll write it up here, A3 is equal to A1 plus 3 minus 1 times D, which is equal to A1 plus 2D. And isn't that convenient? Because that's what we've got here. A1 plus 2D is the third term. So, voila. There it is. There's our answer. Pretty cool, huh? Just takes a little algebra. Really, algebra is just kind of wishful thinking because you don't know the numbers. So instead of the numbers, you put an x or some sort of variable in for the number and pretend like you know what that number is. So you can manipulate it just like you would a number, um, but then you can solve for what it is. So so there you go. That's the answer.